The Toronto Maple Leafs head coach Sheldon Keefe is talking in the media about putting Mitch Marner at defense. Mitch has played as a forward his entire career, and he's one of the best forwards in the entire NHL. Now, Toronto has a pretty significant problem with their defense, and the team has been failing to address it for the past several years. Now here at OTL, we're all about creativity, but we think Sheldon Keefe may have flown the coop on this one.
Today, we're going to be looking at NHL players who have switched positions.
Now back in the old days of hockey, this happened a lot, so we're going to focus on some of the more recent events. Sergei Fedorov is known as one of the best Russian players to ever play in the NHL. Scotty Bowman tried Fedorov on defense several times during the 90s. He was quoted saying, "Fedorov was one of my favorite players as a coach because he can do anything asked of him on ice." Brendan Shanahan said, "I'm convinced if Sergei played defense, he could have won a Norris Trophy. He was so talented, so strong." Fedorov had what every NHL coach is looking for: pure talent. He didn't play too many games on defense, but after his time in Detroit, Kent Hitchcock would use him as a defenseman in Columbus a few times. This little-known fact about Fedorov's career really shows what a great player he was. Steve Staios was known as being a defenseman that had the injury bug, but was solid when he was healthy. So solid, in fact, that the Atlanta Thrashers had him play left wing during his time with the team. Now, Steve is not the most well-known player on this list, but he played over 1,000 NHL games, and his time on the wing is likely forgotten. Now, the Atlanta franchise was a raging dumpster fire, so bad that it probably started global warming. So Steve playing on the wing was likely a marriage of hockey management failures rather than hockey smarts. Brent Burns was moved from forward to defense after the catastrophic implosion the San Jose Sharks had during the 2014 playoffs. Unlike others on this list, it comes as no surprise as Burns played both positions throughout his career. When Burns played in Minnesota, he was converted to a defenseman after playing forward in junior. San Jose converted him back to forward to start, but then Burns' most notable change in position was in 2014, as he excelled in this defensive role with San Jose. Talk about an identity crisis, am I right? The issue was San Jose was a burning train car disguised as a Stanley Cup contender. In 2017, Burns won the James Norris Memorial Trophy as the NHL's best defenseman. He was finally able to get out of the San Jose snake pit of hell in 2022, being traded to Carolina. Dustin Byfuglien is a big man. Coming out of junior hockey, he was already bigger than most NHL forwards, and the Blackhawks saw an opportunity to have a big body near the net. So after being drafted as a defenseman, he was going to play forward. This actually worked out very well. Chicago needed size to complement their skill guys up front, and Buff was a bit of a nail gun. Now, outside of hitting people, he was able to put up points and was a big reason why the Blackhawks won the cup. The honeymoon was short, as the Blackhawks then had to trade him to Atlanta, where he was moved back to defense. Is there anyone else that we missed here? Let us know in the comments. And for more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to Outside the League.